leading up to where we are now, my idea of Hex was there was Snapshot Day. So you if you had Bitcoin that day,
December 1st, 7 p.m. EST.
Okay.
First block after that.
Okay, so you could still, if you had Bitcoin prior to that time or at that time, that block, you could still claim, but you're losing every day you win.
Yes. Yep. Correct.
Okay. So
you bleed out 2% a week until there's nothing left at the end of week 50.
Okay.
And it ratchets every day.
Got it. I'm definitely out of that side of the arena, but my thing is more of this ETH. It looks like now you have an Ethereum way to get hacked.
Yep.
And that's what me and a couple of my whales that are subscribers of mine that hold a ton of ETH. You know, and that's why they wanted the show done. So we wanted to kind of get to know more about that end.
Sure.
Of it because you know, I watch every show of yours, but you know, yeah, I just like to.
Sure. Doesn't hurt to get the word out right out of your mouth. That's it. Let's get it out.
So every day there's a bucket of hex. Currently it's about 508 million hex. On day 2 it was 512 million. It just keeps going down. So about 1,000 or 2,000 new Bitcoin free claims are made every day, and those reduce the amount that's available through the adoption amplifier, which is how we went from 512 million down to 508 million over 2 weeks. And if people keep claiming, that number will keep going lower. So today, I'll give you the exact number. So if you go to pumpamentals.com, you get a 10% bonus, or maybe if you guys have a referral link, you could click their referral link. You'll get a 10% bonus from their link. So once you've used your browser to go to one of these referral links, you're going to get the bonus. And then after that, you go to go.hex.win. And this is a very simple way to run the Hex software, where you mint your own coins. Usually by just paying a penny of ETH as a fee, but you could mine your own block. It's extremely harder. So right now there's 512,264,000 Hex in the bucket, and there's currently 608 Ethereum in the bucket, and it closes in 2 minutes. So when this 2 minutes is up, these buckets are going to empty, and the new day will start, and we'll have new buckets. That was only 508 million. This is 512. I thought that the number had gone down more than it did. Quoting you a bad number there. It's still 512 million in the bucket. So if you were to send Ethereum in using this interface as go.hex.win, you could also do it a harder way on Etherscan, but most people are probably just going to do it the easier way at go.hex.win. You install MetaMask. You have your Ethereum in it. Either they're already in there or you send your Ethereum to the address there, and it's in your MetaMask. You go to go.hex.win and you click enter, and it brings up a screen, and you say how much ETH you want to enter with, and you click enter, and then you click approve, and that's it. Now you're in the lobby, and at the end of the day, it's going to settle you along with everyone else, and you're going to be able to mint your hex right after the day ticks over, and then you click exit, and that mints your hex. So right now in a minute and 20 seconds, so remember how I said it was like 600 something ETH? Now it's 643 ETH. So since it's only a minute left, I might as well just look at it and see how much it goes up.
So people are going in right now as we're speaking.
Yeah. So right now for each ETH, you would get about 800,000 hex.
Wow.
Yeah. Which, if you claim a whole Bitcoin, you're only getting about 12,000 hex before, if you got a referral bonus, you get maybe 13,200 hex.
Got it.
So 800,000 for one ETH. It's a lot easier to have one ETH than to have one Bitcoin.
Yes.
And with one ETH, you're going to get 800,000 hex. And with one Bitcoin, you're going to get 13,000. It's like
that's a good ratio.
70x less. But you keep your BTC. With your ETH, you're going to lose it. You're not going to get your ETH back. So if you join the lobby with ETH, you don't get your ETH back.
Okay, so we go into the so now that the day's over, I can't put.
They put in They put in 666 ETH. That's pretty funny.
Right at the end, they went
up
up.
668.
Nice.
It might tick up again. 3 seconds.
All right, so that means people around the world have put 668
ETH in this 24-hour period that just preceded this moment. Yes.
Okay. Now, tomorrow's buckets,
it's probably going to be around the same size.
Continue from the 500.
It's going to, so when people make claims, it makes the bucket smaller, but it makes it smaller over all of the remaining time, kind of, because every day the bucket is equal to 1/350th of the unclaimed coins. And so if you claim 1,000 coins or 2,000 coins in a day, it's very hard to move the average. So it's like people would have to start making bigger claims faster in order to really start moving that AA number down quicker. So I think it's going to be around 512 million for maybe another week, something like that. You can look at what it used to be. So when you're in go.hex.win, you can click Show All Transform Lobbies, and then it'll show you the history of all the lobbies. And so, to give you an example, day 2 was 513.3. Day 10 was 512.3. And so maybe day 20 will be 511.3. It depends on how many people claim. That is not that big of a movement. I mean, 1 million over 10 days out of 1 out of 512 over 10 days. I mean, that's not a very big movement. So I would feel comfortable saying that it seems like there's going to be about 512 million tomorrow and the next day and the next day and for a good while.
And is this the site you're talking about?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. So guys, it's go.hex.win.
Yeah.
So this is where you want to be if you want to transfer your ETH into Hex.
So if you wanted to see the numbers, you got to install MetaMask. You could do it right now if you wanted to.
Actually, I deleted MetaMask because Zoom had an update and it totally screwed up everying. But
why don't we just do it? Why don't we do it live? And
all right, let's do it.
Then they can see what it looks like.
All right.
Sure. So just go to metamask.io. Yep.
I like doing shit live, man.
Yep.
It's awesome.
You're doing it.
Chrome, add extension.
Now, when you get to the private key part, it's important that you click skip or tell me later.
Okay.
Because otherwise,
I could go to get started.
Yep. Create wallet on the right. No thanks. Just type 8 characters, whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 is fine. You're not really going to use this. You're just going to delete it after the call. Now this is the part where you click remind me later.
Okay. I guess that's where
you can click it, show people the keys, because you're never going to use this. You're going to delete it after. All right. So if you click next, it's going to make you write those and then click to verify you really know them. So we're going to click remind me later so we don't have to do that.
Yes. Everybody's screenshotting this just in case I forget to delete it.
Yeah. For you guys watching, do not ever use those keys. They're now useless because they're public. Yeah. You can't use these public keys as private keys. So click remind me later. Yeah. And that's it. So now you can hit Control Tab and it'll bring you back to that window on the far left there where you can click the tab. Yeah. Now if you hit refresh, it should load. It takes about 15 or 20 seconds to load.
Yeah, say load an item. Wow, this is amazing, man. I just can't understand. Well, I got a question for you, but let's see. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So you click show all lobbies there.
Show all.
Yeah. So this shows you the history of what's happened of all the other lobbies. So you can see people went in real heavy day 1. Real heavy.
Wow, 21,000 ETH. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay, and so from, oh, I see, and it's going up through basically the whole year. Got it.
Yeah, we're on day 15 now of 351 days, and then that's it. There's no more free claiming.
First, right?
Say
you
again?
start on the 1st, so 15 days. Yeah, you start on the 1st, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Yep.
I have a quick question,
Sure.
Rich.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching one of your live streams a couple days ago, and you had this guy Peter on.
Yeah.
Who just did nothing but, and you were very, listen, that whole video, you were totally
gentleman.
totally nice to him, and he just kept on. Let's talk about something else. No, it's a scam.
Yep.
Talk about something. No, it's a scam.
Yep.
And then I see him like pop in your stream the other night.
Yeah, he snuck in.
Then you really got into him, man. And I was like, thank God. I'm glad he fucking got into this.
He wanted it.
This guy's a fucking
so he got
asshole.
it. Yeah.
You didn't get it the first time. You came back the second time for it, right? So you didn't let it. You made him happy.
He didn't want it. Some people like getting beat on. So he's a masochist, I guess.
You stick your head in that lion cage once you get out.
Else you want me to show here?
Yeah, well, I mean, you could just click the enter button there. Yep, and that'll let you join the lobby. This lets you can click connect. So what this does is MetaMask protects your privacy. So when you go to a website like go.hex.win, it doesn't tell the website what your Ethereum address is. But if you want to actually use the website, then you need to know what your Ethereum address is. So when you click connect, it just gives the browser permission to tell the website what your Ethereum address is. So this is where you would just enter how many Ethereum you wanted to send to the lobby. You would enter the number, you click enter, MetaMask screen pops up and says you approve. You're like connect, or not connect, but like approve. And then that's it. You're in the lobby. And then the ticker will tick over to the next day. And then that enter button will turn into an exit button. You can click exit and you mint your HEX.
Got it. Nice. And it's 800,000 per one ETH.
Well, right now that was it yesterday closed at 783,000, okay. And the day before was about 800,000. The day before about 900,000. The day before was about 1 million, and then the day before was 950, and the day before was 870. So it's moving around. It's going up, it's going down, it's moving around.
Got it.
Right now, if you put in an ETH, and no one else put in an ETH after you, you'd get 122 million HEX for 1 ETH.
Wow.
But it's unlikely that no one else is going to put in because everyone puts in heavy at the last minute. So, who knows what it will be? I don't have any idea. You don't have any idea. Nobody knows. Could be anything. You could get lucky and maybe no one else joins that day and you hit the lottery. Or, some giant whale could jump on top of you at the end. Who knows? I have no idea. So maybe you could do it over 30 days, Join once every day for 30 days, or once every day for 60 days, or once every day for 351 days, or get lucky and do it all at once. I mean, they're all options. So the thing to remember is that one of the great advantages to getting HEX is that you can stake it, and the share price only goes up. So if you stake earlier, you get more shares for your staked because the share price is lower.
That would be the stake button up top here?
Sure, click it. Yep. So this shows you what your bonuses are. Your larger pays better and bigger pays better. Or I'm sorry, longer pays better and bigger pays better. That will show you when you enter numbers. I would love for this to let you just enter numbers without having HEX balance, but I think right now if you click in the in that top box, it won't actually let you enter data because you don't have any HEX, which sucks because I'd like you to be able to experiment without actually having the HEX.
Yeah, it's not letting it.
So there's little things.
I'm pretty sure we get the point.
Sure.
And so let's say tomorrow, which I'm definitely gonna do. I'm gonna dump some ETH into here. With that Ethereum with the HEX I receive, at that point I could do whatever I want with it.
When you exit the lobby at the end of the day, exactly. There's no auto stake
with the Bitcoin.
You can do anything you want. You could dump it on the market. If there's 10 exchanges you could sell on. You could stake it. You could just sit on it. You could send it to other people. You could burn it and just destroy it. You could do anything you want. sky's the limit.
Got it. See, and I don't think people realize how important a technology like this is on the blockchain. You know, he basically built a bank's maybe top 2 or top 3 money makers. So, what your CDs, and he put it onto a blockchain, which is freaking incredible. And you know, I'm just blown away by the project. I really am. And,
I have no idea why no one else did it. I mean, it's the second most popular product at the bank. You want to get rid of banks? You got to get rid of all their products. You got to make trustless, peer-to-peer, audited, openly viewable and verifiable code. You got to do that for every product you want to replace those guys. And just no one did the CD. It's just crazy to me. It seems like the easiest thing in the world to come up with. You're like, oh, well, we want to get rid of banks. Second most popular product is this. Build it. So we built it.
And to navigate through that was pretty simple and easy.
It's real easy.
I don't know if it was maybe because you were directing it, but it seemed very simple just to get right through that, right till we had to get in and out, do what you got to do, done. And that's important for a lot of people, believe it or not, because they talk about cryptocurrency, all that stuff, and how hard it is to obtain, how it is to do anything with this and that. When they have something easy like that, it makes it more for them to get involved in it. They want to do that because it's easy, and that's what you want. You know, and
you can't get much easier than that. I mean,
no.
It's pretty easy.
Yes, very good, very good.
Now, what let's move forward a little bit.
Sure.
How far could you how long could you stake for?
5,555 days is the maximum.
Oh, so you're going 10.
It's about 15 years.
15 years. Yeah, 10, 15 years. Okay.
Now the bonus maxes out at 3,641 days. However, you might want to stake longer than that bonus anyway, because if you're forced to divest and you want to restake, you're going to end up getting less shares. It's very, very likely you'll get less shares because the share price will be higher. So if you want to maintain the largest shares you'll ever get, which is when you started it, when the share price was the lowest, then it might make sense to do a 5,555 day stake so that you don't have to restake and get a lower number of shares because you're paying a higher share price. So you can stagger your stakes. You can do a 5,555, a 4,444. You know, you can have many stakes.
A lot of options there, pretty much what you're saying. You got some options.
Well, that's what you do in normal world. In the normal world, people do what's called a CD ladder, and then they, have some funds coming off stake all the time so that they've got income, Yep. So that's how they do it in Legacy, and it's what I've seen people do in HEX.